Greetings. Hey y'all, it's Day with another Ancestors Speak message. Your ancestors want you to know that you are being liberated. It may not feel like liberation, right? Because when we think of liberation, we think of like this uplifted energy, right? Around being free. But if you're one of the people who recently lost a job, who have been forced to leave a job, have recently left a relationship, are having to leave your abode, your home, a place you've been living for a while, whatever it is that you're losing, and I say that and I put the air quotes around it, right? The ancestors actually want you to reframe it, and instead of seeing yourself as a loser, as someone who's losing something, they want you to see yourself as being liberated and set free. Okay? So I know this is a chaotic time, a turbulent time for many. There are many people who suddenly now are without jobs, are getting fired or pushed out. I'm actually one of the people whose position was recently cut, so I'm not someone that's speaking about it right from an outside perspective, like, oh, that sucks. No, I'm living it. I'm in it. I'm in it to win it, right? Like, this is what it is. But the ancestors, as I was considering this idea of losing, they brought my awareness to the word liberation. So what we see as loss is actually our liberation, okay? And that's what we're going to discuss today. If you're interested in a personal ancestor reading, oracle decks, ebooks, online trainings, learning how to read tarot on your own, you can check out my website, daydreamalston.com. Okay, so I started by looking into the I Ching and asking, for those of us who have lost something or who have been liberated, like, what should we be focusing on now, right? And I got this hexagram that talks about gentle penetration. So the ancestors are saying this is not the time to be really pushy and forceful, to try to force things, right? It's more of a time to flow naturally, to move slowly but surely towards our goals. And it also talked about avoiding being kind of like wishy-washy when it comes to what we're going towards. So it's important to have clear goals, a clear vision for your life, right? Like a particular thing you're going to focus on at this time. So if you're someone who's lost your position and maybe you had an idea for a business, or maybe you were thinking, I didn't really like that job anyway. What is a more clear vision for what I want to manifest in my life, right? That's what the ancestors are pushing you towards. So if you were in something that wasn't a good fit for you, whether it's work, a relationship, a place you're living, whatever it is, they want you to really formulate a clear vision and then consistently and gently move towards that vision. Now, this hexagram, this I Ching hexagram, is really letting us know that slow and steady wins the race. We're going to see our wins with slow, steady, consistent action and work, okay? We're also being told, don't be afraid to leave behind cruel people and places, okay? They're saying there's an old situation that we're being pushed out of or moving away from that is actually a barren womb. There's nothing there. There's no life there, right? And we need to be okay with that. Like, we need to accept that and just say, okay, now what do I want to do with my time, with my energy? This hexagram also talks about cultivating the inner self, right? Doing the healing work necessary and really working on one's character. So I thought that was really, really helpful. So remember, in this season, in this period we're entering into of liberation, because you are being liberated, whether you see it like that or not, it's important to move forward carefully, and with a clear vision, okay? Let's see what else they want us to know about this liberation we're stepping into. First card out, the Devil. The second card out, the Eight of Cups. Leave it all behind. Yeah, the Devil is a card of bondage. A card of bondage, a card of being bound, chained to things that are toxic, unhealthy, that are just no good for us, right? And the Eight of Cups always shows, well, in most decks, shows like a man walking away from something. His head is hanging down. He's not very happy, but he knows that where he is at is not fulfilling enough, and he needs to go in search of something more. The ancestors are saying to you today, it's time to move on, right? And if you were afraid to liberate yourself from certain systems and paradigms and experiences that were toxic, guess what? The divine has now stepped in and you're free. So they don't want you to look at this as like something you're losing, right? You're not a loser. You are being liberated. You are being set free. This thing you're walking away from wasn't a good fit for you. It wasn't good for you. For some of you, it stressed you the hell out. For some of you, this is debt or some type of way of dealing with your finances that has put you in a really bad spot. It's okay. You're being liberated. Whatever's causing you to walk away, whatever's pushing you in a new direction, it's liberating you. It's for your own good. Six of Swords on the bottom of the deck, it says better things are ahead. Okay? So what you're leaving behind, what you're being liberated from, is actually setting you on a path that's taking you towards better, something bigger and better for yourself. But that's only if your vision is clear, right? You're steadily moving ahead and consistently moving ahead towards the formulation of your vision, of your goals, right? Your ancestors want you to know that they're with you. I'm really feeling strongly that there's someone here who questions if they are being supported by the ancestors. You absolutely are. So you may be seeing this as a bad thing. Something bad happened to me. And it may feel bad. I'm not taking your feelings away from you or trying to. But what you can't see is the bigger picture at this time. And your ancestors are showing me with this Ace of Swords and the Death card and the World card on the bottom that this pattern, that this experience that's wrapping up is for your highest good. Is expanding your world and bringing great emotional fulfillment. For some of you, this is going to allow you to move away, and you need to move away. If you haven't checked out my 2025 predictions, I just put that out right before this video. So make sure you look at that video, okay? Make sure you watch that video. For those of you who live in the U.S. and are considering a move abroad, that's actually a really good idea. Check out that video, okay? Also, this is the last time I'm going to let y'all know. This is my birth season. I am an Aquarius. If you want to show me some love, you can send me a donation or get something from my Amazon wish list. It makes me so happy, y'all, when I see that stuff. Seriously. So that will be in my comments, okay? Those links. Yeah, okay. For some of you, whatever you were in, it was too heavy. It was too much. It was too burdensome. And now you're getting this message from my Divine Says Oracle deck. Prioritize your mental health and wellness. Your ancestors are saying that this situation could have been worrying you sick, or the loss of something is worrying you. You know, really putting a lot of pressure on you mentally. And they want you to stop and find a way to be at peace with what's happening. Because you're putting a lot of pressure on your body, when you're stressed out, it puts a lot of pressure on your body and can lead to physical illness as well, okay? Yeah, your ancestors are saying have faith. Whatever you're being liberated from, have faith. Because like I said, it's putting you in alignment with something that's just such a better fit for you. And I know it's scary, but your ancestors want you to know, like, they've been there, done that, right? They've been through some of the most harrowing times in recorded and unrecorded history. And some of them were able to thrive in the midst of that. You know, they came out bigger and better. They're saying that that's in your blood. You can come out bigger and better. Have faith. Don't doubt your vision, okay? Yeah, and then you have fight for your dreams. Don't give up. So that's what I was saying. For some of you, you already have your vision in place, and maybe you've been afraid to go towards it. Maybe it didn't work the way you wanted it to work initially, and that made you kind of just stop and think, oh, this is not for me. No, your ancestors want you to keep pushing, keep fighting, right? Don't give up the fight. It's like we fight for so many other things. We'll give these companies all of our energy and our time. Your ancestors are saying, put that energy into your vision. Even if it is for you to go back to working for a company, that's fine. But make sure it's in alignment with your greatest vision, your highest vision for yourself. The ancestors are saying you've been set free, right? You've been liberated, or in the coming days, weeks, you will be liberated for something. And now they want you to liberate yourself. Liberate your mind. There are certain things that you stay in, that you've been stuck in, that are not for you, right? And there's some tweaking that needs to happen in your thinking so that you don't keep putting yourself in situations that are below you, beneath you, but then staying there because you don't value yourself enough, where you don't see your worth. The ancestors come through a lot with messages like this, particularly in personal reads. They do not like when their descendants stay in spaces that are not good for them, not healthy. Like, they really get mad. I can feel it. All right, now let's look into my Odu Ifa Wisdom Oracle. Some messages from that. If you're an Ifa Orisha practitioner, this Oracle deck will be perfect for you. Cultivates good character, supports intuitive vision, all of that. Yeah, so we got a verse from Odi Ogbe. It says, "Today my suffering ends, tomorrow it shall turn to comfort." This reminds me of the Have Faith card from the Divine Says deck. They want you to know that this suffering that you're going through, right, this depression, sadness, feelings of loss, heaviness, whatever it is, know that things will shift in your favor. Know that things will change for you. Know that suffering will turn into comfort. Have faith in that. Believe that this is just a moment, right, in your life. Whatever you're being liberated from, it might hurt. It might feel uncomfortable. You know, you might be wondering how the hell you're going to make it. You are. Today your suffering ends. Tomorrow it will turn into comfort. And for some of you, you can create that comfort by the way you're perceiving the situation. That's something I have to do consistently, y'all, because I'm someone who, over the years of losing, right, I took a lot of L's. A lot of things didn't work out for me, and I started to feel like something was wrong with me, right? And I had to make a conscious effort not to feel like a victim, not to feel victimized by life, not to feel like giving up and just throwing in the towel and being like, oh, well, fuck it, nothing works for me anyway. No, this is just life, honey. Life be life, and sometimes you're going to get those curveballs and you're going to take L's, and sometimes things are going to be beautiful. Take it all in stride. So really check your perceptions about this situation, because your suffering could be coming from the way you see it. Iwori Meiji. Yes, Iwari Meiji is like a deep thinking energy. It says, Iwari, take a critical look at what affects you. Endeavor to use your wisdom and intelligence. So this is something where, remember, we talked about having a clear vision, right? Looking at things clearly, seeing clearly, and then taking steps towards that vision. This is also, remember, if you're seeing yourself as a victim, you're being told by your ancestors through this Odu Ifa verse to see the truth about the situation. You're not a victim, right? You're not. This is life, and you're going to get up and figure out how to thrive even in this hardship. One more from the Odu Ifa Wisdom Oracle. Yes. And this is what we were told in the I Ching about moving steadily towards our goals, right? Not pushing, not forcing, allowing things to open up slowly and steadily, being consistent, right? Now we have in this portion from Ogbe Iwari, gradually it becomes easy. Systematically, it will change from hardship to comfort. So your ancestors are saying, give it some time, right? Give it some time. Don't think that things will change quickly, because most of the time they don't. You know, many things take gradual and systematic movement forward. They're saying, again, and this is the same message, suffering turns to comfort. And now it says systematically and gradually it becomes easy, right? We go from hardship to comfort. Be patient, y'all. Keep your hopes up. Keep your spirits up. Have faith. Fight for your dreams. Don't give up. Prioritize your mental health and wellness, and know that what you're being liberated from is for your highest good, okay? Know that the change is going to come, even if it comes slowly, gradually. You are going to see your suffering and hardship turn to comfort. That's what your ancestors want you to know today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you next time. Ashe.